In a small village, a deeply troubled man approached a wise monk, desperate for guidance. "I am miserable," he confessed. "I cannot make my wife, children, or even myself happy. Sometimes I feel like ending my life. Please guide me. What path can I take to escape my hardships? Even providing food for my family has become unbearable." The monk listened patiently, smiling gently, and offered an unusual task. He pointed to a hill where an old temple stood and said, "By the temple, there is an ant colony. Go there every day for 7 days and destroy their home. But remember, you must not harm a single ant." The man was puzzled and conflicted. Destroy the ant's home? It felt unjust. Still, with no alternatives, he decided to trust the monk's instructions. The next day, he climbed a hill. Observing the ants diligently gathering food, his heart wavered. Yet, recalling the monk's words, he reluctantly destroyed the colony without harming the ants. The sight of their chaos, once so orderly, left him disturbed. That night, he lay awake, questioning the monk's intentions. The next morning, driven by curiosity, he returned to the hill. To his astonishment, the ants had rebuilt their home in the exact same spot, working tirelessly. How foolish, he thought, laughing. Don't they realize their home will be destroyed again? Yet, once more, he fulfilled the monk's task. Over the following days, the same pattern repeated. The ants rebuilt their home with unwavering determination, only for him to destroy it again, always ensuring no harm came to them. But something began to change. Each day, as he observed their resilience, the man felt a growing sense of admiration and compassion. These tiny creatures, he thought, despite knowing their efforts might fail, refused to give up. What strength of spirit! By the 7th day, he no longer saw them as mere ants. He saw them as symbols of perseverance, hope, and unshakable willpower. By the 7th day, the man returned to the monk, his heart heavy with emotions. He confessed, "Master, I have done as you asked. I destroyed the ants' homes day after day, yet they rebuilt them every single time. At first, I felt as if I were tormenting them, and my guilt grew unbearable. But then I began to see their determination. Despite their tiny size, they never gave up. I admire their courage, but I don't understand why you asked me to do this." The monk smiled knowingly and asked, "What did you learn from the ants?" The man hesitated and replied, "They taught me persistence. No matter how many times I destroyed their home, they started again, without hesitation. It made me think about my own struggles, how quickly I give up when things don't go my way. These ants, so small, have a stronger spirit than I do." The monk nodded. "Exactly. The first lesson from the ants is perseverance. Life will test you again and again, but giving up is never the answer. Just as the ants rebuilt their home after each setback, you must rise after every fall. Challenges are a part of life. They are not meant to break you, but to build your strength." He continued, "The second lesson is about time. We humans often believe that our hardships will last forever, but nature teaches us otherwise. Just as the ants face destruction daily but continue to rebuild, you too must keep moving forward. The universe rewards those who persist. When you work tirelessly, the same forces that challenge you will eventually support you." Did you notice how, by the end of your task, you felt compassion for the ants? Your perspective shifted. You saw their effort, and it moved you. The man was silent, reflecting on the profound simplicity of the lessons. He realized that his own struggles were not insurmountable, and that the answers he sought were already within him. The monk's task had shown him not only the strength of perseverance, but also the transformative power of perspective. The monk, seeing the man deep in thought, spoke again. "Do you see, my son, how the ants, despite their size, can teach us great lessons about life? Their persistence in the face of destruction reflects the essence of existence itself. Life is not about never facing hardship. It's about how you respond when difficulties arise." The ants did not stop to lament their misfortune. Instead, they acted. They rebuilt. They moved forward without hesitation. This is what it means to embrace life. He paused, allowing the man to absorb his words. Then he continued, "As humans, we often let our thoughts control us. We believe that our challenges are insurmountable, that our suffering will never end. But hardships are like passing storms. They may seem eternal in the moment, but they always fade. The ants remind us that as long as we keep working, keep striving, we can rebuild our lives no matter how many times they are shaken." The man nodded slowly, realizing how often he had let fear and doubt paralyze him. The monk smiled and said, "The second lesson is equally important. Nature, like life, is not your enemy. It may challenge you, test you, and at times bring you to your knees, but it is also the source of your strength." Did you notice how, as you watched the ants, your feelings shifted? Your initial guilt and resistance gave way to admiration, then to compassion. That is the power of persistence. It softens even the hardest hearts, even the harshest circumstances. The monk leaned forward and added, "You must apply this to your life. Whatever hardship you face, no matter how hopeless it seems, continue to act. Keep building. Keep striving. Just like the ants, do not allow failure to define you. Remember, the universe is always watching, and when it sees your unwavering effort, it will align with you. Those who persevere will eventually be rewarded with strength, clarity, and opportunity." The man felt a wave of clarity wash over him. His problems did not feel smaller, but his heart felt stronger. He understood now that his struggles were not permanent, that his life was still his to shape. With tears in his eyes, he thanked the monk, vowing to face his challenges with the same determination he had seen in the ants. He left the monk's hut that day, not burdened by his hardships, but inspired to rebuild, just as the ants had taught him. As the man descended the hill, the lessons of the ants and the monk echoed in his mind. He realized that life, no matter how challenging, is built on the foundation of persistence and perspective. The ants, small and fragile, had shown him that strength is not about size or power. It's about resilience, about showing up and trying again, no matter how many times life knocks you down. Their determination became a metaphor for his own life, urging him to rise above his struggles. The monk's words lingered in his heart. Life is about action. It is about continuing to build, no matter how many times your efforts seem wasted. The storms of life may try to break you, but they cannot defeat you if you refuse to stop moving forward. This realization filled the man with a newfound sense of purpose. For the first time, he understood that his problems were not permanent. They were opportunities for growth, for strength, and for transformation. The lesson extended beyond perseverance. The man saw that even in hardship, there is space for compassion, both for oneself and for others. By the end of his task, he was no longer focused on destroying the ants' homes. Instead, he had begun to admire and support them, recognizing their struggle as a reflection of his own. This shift in perspective reminded him that even in the darkest times, kindness and understanding can be powerful tools for healing and renewal. The monk's final teaching, that the universe rewards those who persist, became a guiding light for the man. He saw how life's challenges are not punishments but invitations to grow. Just as the ants rebuilt stronger and more determined each time, so too could he rebuild his life. And in the process, he realized that his struggles were not a sign of weakness but a testament to his ability to endure and overcome. As he reached his home, he felt lighter. The weight of his despair had been replaced by the strength of a new perspective. He knew that life would continue to present challenges, but now he had the tools to face them: action, persistence, and a belief in the transformative power of resilience. With this, he vowed to live with the same unwavering determination as the ants, trusting that the universe would meet his efforts with its own kindness and abundance. As the man returned to his life, the lessons from the ants and the monk stayed deeply embedded in his heart. He understood now that challenges are not curses but opportunities. The ants, through their quiet yet relentless actions, taught him that persistence in the face of adversity is the truest form of strength. No matter how small or insignificant the effort may seem, each step forward builds the foundation for a stronger future. The monk's teachings helped him reframe his struggles. Life does not promise ease, but it offers us the tools to face difficulties with courage and perseverance. Just as the ants rebuilt their homes despite the constant setbacks, he realized that his own life could be rebuilt, one step at a time. The key was to never give in to despair and to recognize that failure is not the end but a chance to begin again. He also learned that hardship has the power to transform us if we allow it. By the end of his journey with the ants, his initial frustration and guilt had evolved into admiration and compassion. This shift reminded him of a profound truth. Growth often comes not from changing our circumstances, but from changing the way we view and respond to them. His struggles were no longer burdens. They were teachers. The monk's final lesson, that persistence attracts abundance, resonated deeply. The universe, much like nature, recognizes and rewards those who refuse to give up. The man saw how his efforts, like the ants' relentless work, could inspire unexpected kindness and opportunities. His determination to face life's challenges with courage and resilience was not just for his benefit, but also for those around him, his family, his loved ones, and his community. As he reflected on his journey, he realized that life is not about avoiding struggles, but embracing them as part of the natural flow. The ants taught him the value of persistence, the monk taught him the importance of perspective, and his own heart showed him the strength of compassion. With these lessons, he was ready to face life with a renewed sense of purpose and unwavering determination. To those who hear this story, the message is clear. Life will test you, but your response defines your journey. Like the ants, keep building, no matter how many times you are knocked down. Remember, every challenge is an opportunity for growth, and the universe rewards those who persist with strength, clarity, and abundance. If this story inspired you, take a moment to reflect on your own challenges and the lessons they might be teaching you. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and write, "I will rise, rebuild, and persevere." Let's build a community of resilience and support where we lift each other up through life's difficulties. Don't forget to like this video if it resonated with you, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss more stories and wisdom like this. Together, let's embrace the power of persistence and unlock the strength within us all. Thank you for watching, and may your journey be filled with hope, courage, and growth.